Hey people, what's going on? Welcome to Real Tough Talk. Tough Talk.
How is that even possible?
Tough Talk.
Whoa! Stephen J. partner goes,
Show some respect. You did not answer the question.
he's a bad man.
Bad man.
He's a bad. He finally said it.
The slipper's gone. The dress has holes in it. The car turned to Tough Pumpkin again. So what else you gonna do?
This team couldn't cover a twin mattress with a king size sheet.
Lights out season.
Lights out for you. Let's get as quick into the game as possible because I am not staying in this wig longer than I have to.
I want to part. Play it out, bro, while you're talking this game. Hey people, what's going on? I'm Stephen J. I'm here with my partner Ghost, and we're here excited to bring you another round of the BQFL playoffs. This is the Final Four, and these teams now playing have opportunity to punch their ticket to go to the championship.
And some teams are here that most would never even pick to be here. So to them, they're playing with the house money. It's all or nothing in this round. And there's some that's in this round, in this Final Four, proving that they belong here and they're meant to go to the chip.
Well, the first game we're going to jump into first is going to be the Raiders versus Brotherhood. Now, in the regular season, these two teams met with the Raiders winning 26-20. Bottom line, though, this Brotherhood team has been the best offense in the league. They lead the league in scoring, and it's by a substantial amount. They scored a combined 210 points a game. The next team behind them scored 190. So this team can score some points. Defensively, they have not been, they've been a decent defense. They've been a little inconsistent at times, but they still ended the season with the number 4 defense. The Raiders, on the other side, they're more of a defensive team, but they're only 6th in defense. And offensively, they're 5th. And, they really wasn't really respected, even though they were the number 3 seed, because of the fact that Chris is not a high-powered scoring quarterback. So I think people kind of disrespect them as a team when they focus more on the quarterback.
But the thing about it is, regardless of how it looks, regardless of how fast they score or whatever, they get the job done. Chris, throughout the season, has gotten the job done. Besides a few hiccups like that game that he had against Blackout, that's a B team, so you kind of see that doesn't really fault. You don't fault him for that game. But ultimately, throughout the season, they have been consistent on both sides. They haven't been the best, but they've done what they needed to do to stay on top of the pack.
And Melvin has been carrying his Brotherhood team throughout the season in the C division. He's carried them to a top record. He's carried them to the top offense in the league. And now the question is, how much burden and how much weight would this guy have to continue to carry before he evidently breaks?
And he's going to play as good as his team's vibe is. So, if he is thrown out of the game by his team, it shows in his play. So at the end of the day, if his team rallies around and focuses on the game, it makes his job that much easier, and he's able to focus on the game as well.
Well, we're going to jump right into the game. First down, Chris with blocker from Joel. Rolls right. Throws it deep to Mike. Open in the middle for a big game, picking up the first down. TP slides over as Chris rolls right, leaving him open. TP has not been a great defender like he was in years past. I think he's more focused trying to be the enforcer of the team, and I think that hurt his defensive play, and you see him get beat on this play right here. Second and goal, Chris finds Bernard in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0. If you look here, Peanuts backs up from the line, and Bernard is left wide open. 6-0, Raiders strike first.
And for anybody that was criticizing Chris for his quarterback play or anything like that, he shows that he's able to make plays like this regardless. He's able to, on that last play, which I think is the main reason why they scored, he's able to roll out to the right side of the field and pull the defense to where he's going. So because they're so focused on him, he can manipulate them into getting receivers open that ultimately leads them into the end zone for the score here.
We're going to go 4 and out as Brotherhood get the ball 4 and out in a 4-out situation. Melvin throws a lead cutting in the middle, who runs for a nice gain near the 5-yard line. Melvin with a nice throw on a route before the defense can react. And this is what Melvin has been doing all season long. That's why they've been the most efficient offense in the C division, and he's doing it here in the playoffs. 4th and goal. after 2 short plays on 5 rush. He throws a moolah in the back of the end zone. That's going to be dropped, but the giver's going to go offsides and replay it down. Tell me about the play.
And the thing about it is, the giver, just as the ball was hiked, he steps over the line by kicking the cone. So the cone is the indicator of the line of scrimmage. So because he kicks it, that clearly proves that he steps over, and because of that, he gets the offside flag.
Well, that extra play is going to hurt this defense because Melvin's able to find Los in the back of the end zone for the touchdown to tie the game up 6-6. They strike right back.
And that one play is what kind of halted the defense from making a stop in this goal line here, and because of that, all they have to do is just get the next play, focus on scoring. They're right in front of the end zone, and they do just that.
Second down after getting the first, Chris on 5 rush throws a LeBoy on the sideline, almost picked off by Peanut. Third down, Chris throws a Mike in a gap, who runs for a decent gain, getting him to the 20-yard line. Last down, Chris throws it up. It's going to be knocked away. Turnover on downs. 1 minute left. Great stop by this Brotherhood team.
And right here on this drive, Chris was not able to get close enough to the end zone for the score. I think that play where Peanut almost intercepts the ball, that kind of threw off their drive, and they had to take a chance. By then it was too late and at least a turnover.
Second down after a short pass, Melvin throws X on the sideline for a nice catch, picking up the first down. X has been the most consistent guy on this Brotherhood team. Now, I still kind of question him when it comes with contact. And he's destined to try to prove me wrong. But at the end of the day, this guy's a playmaker, and Melvin loves getting the guy the ball. 4th and goal after 2 short passes, Melvin on 5 rush runs in the gap into the end zone for the touchdown. Eli gets the extra point, 13-6. If you look here, the giver cannot stay with Melvin. And I think people underestimate Melvin's speed at quarterback. This guy can make moves. In other divisions, he plays receivers, so he can move in the pocket. He can create space with his speed, and he's able to score 6 points right here.
And the thing about this drive here overall is when X and Melvin is able to connect efficiently the way they did in this drive, good things happen. And because X is Melvin's favorite receiver, they can dictate how the drive is going to go when they're on the same page, and Melvin's able to clean up to finish off that drive running into the end zone.
It's going to take us into the half. If I'm Brotherhood, listen, we have scored on our first 2 possessions. We are showing why we're the top offense in this league. We're not really worried about the Raiders. They're the number 6 defense. We can put points up against them. As long as our quarterback is leading the charge, we shall be fine. And we already stopped Chris. We already seen that we're able to stop Chris from the Raiders. And we know at the end of the day, we got to wait for an opportunity and take it by bringing pressure on the Raiders starting quarterback.
And the Raiders got to look at themselves and say, okay, they had a hiccup on that last drive that they had. They weren't able to score. But is it the end of the world? No. This is the half, and they're down by 7 points. So at the end of the day, let's not kill ourselves. Let's not argue and panic or anything like that. They've been in situations like this throughout the season, and they can get out of it just the same. Chris just has to buckle down and get back into his fold, and the defense has to lock up for one key drive to get their offense to favor in the second half.
All right, we're going to jump into the second half. After getting the first down, Melvin throws deep to Los on the sideline, passes short, picked off by Day. Raiders get the ball back, Moolah's open in the gap. And it's the first mistake we see Melvin make. I don't understand the point of trying to go downfield. You up with the ball, and the point is to put the team away. He tries to take a shot and gets intercepted.
And the defense, just as they needed to, they make a big play, making a big play and putting their offense right back on the field. This is a way that you open the half. If they're able to capitalize on this on offense, they can steal the momentum of this game.
After 2 passes, 3rd down near the 40, Chris throws to Simon open the middle for a nice gain, picking up the first down. The middle's left open, nobody's talking. And you see Machine is back on the defense, but the key is the fact that he has been gone for a while, and I still don't think he got his footing yet. He's more likely their quarterback on defense, and I think because he's still rusty, coming back this week, and he's not 100%, it kind of hurt them there. Second down, Chris with blocking from Jarrell, throws Austin in the back of the end zone, picked off by Zeke. Brotherhood gets the ball back. Simon was wide open on the sideline, and Chris missed him.
And this is not a way you end the drive. You give the ball right back after your defense worked hard to make that play. And the thing about it is you can't afford to miss open receivers on the side trying to take chances downfield.
I think he just got fooled. Zeke is a very good safety. This is what he does well. I kind of question is his man-on-man coverage, and which he doesn't like, and hopefully he'll get better at that. I think he's gotten a lot better, but I don't think he's as elite as he could be. But zone-wise, this guy is a thief, and as you can see here, he is watching Chris, waiting for Chris to make that throw, and he jumps the route. This is his specialty. This is what this guy does.
He's an isolated defender, but he's able to play well when he's on his own. Sometimes that's a strength and weakness, and sometimes it hurts him. But on plays like this, he is probably one of the best at it.
Second down, Melvin throws the X, cutting in the gap for a nice gain, picking up the first down. After running a play, second down, Melvin throws the guns in the gap for a decent gain. And now we see Melvin picking up momentum. Third down, Melvin on 5 rush, runs for a short gain. Nobody is open. That's going to take us to 4th down. Melvin throws it up in the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. The Raiders are able to stop them again twice in a row. Still 13-6. Raiders are trying to creep back.
And this is how they have to win games. Their defense has to lock up and stagnate the opposing offense. That's exactly what they do there. On 3rd down, they lock up and keep Melvin from having any targets, and he's forced to take what he's given, what they're giving him, which is not much, and they end up turning over the ball.
Chris with 3 passes in the gap for a decent game, picking up the first down. Chris is throwing the football. A lot of times we see him a little scared, seem nervous to make throws. He's throwing the football today. Chris throws a Mike in the gap, who cuts inside for a decent gain. 3rd down, Chris with blocking from Joel. Rolls left, throws to Austin on the sideline for a nice gain, getting him to the 3-yard line. If you look here, Sky rushes in after Chris, leaving his man open. And this is highly miscommunication talk by this defense. Once he rolled out, Sky attempted to leave the secondary position, which you never want to do, and makes a mistake there. 4th and goal, Chris finds Bernard in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Simon gets an extra point, 13-13, Bernard's 2nd touchdown of the day.
And that play with Sky trying to come in to stop the running quarterback, I think that was the worst thing that could have happened in this drive, because they get a big play from that. You stay stationary, force Chris to make plays with his feet. And that's something that Chris does not necessarily do as well as other quarterbacks. So you take that, but Sky takes a chance trying to rush in, leaves his receiver open, and that leads to another Bernard touchdown.
After getting a first down, Melvin throws to Los in the gap, tipped by Mike, picked off by Spud. Raiders get the ball back. It is 13-13. Melvin's 2nd interception of the day, and he's been stopped 3 times in a row.
And this is a huge play by Mike at the giver. He comes in switching out from the giver in the first half, and he immediately makes a play by jumping and stripping that ball. That was a pass that probably would have been some good yardage for Los, but he steps in, makes a play, and it leads to interception. 2nd
down at the 45-yard line. Chris throws deep to Mike, cutting in the middle, caught in the end zone for the touchdown. Simon gets the extra point, 20-13. If you look here, Zeke steps all the way up, and Mike runs right to that side, and Chris is finding him. And that's because Zeke got Chris early in the game. He didn't think that Chris was going to take the shot, and Chris got him, went right back at him, and was able to find Mike for the touchdown.
And for anybody who's out there questioning Chris's arm and his ability to get it downfield, they don't need to question him anymore. He shows right here that if you give him the opportunity, he's going to take that shot. And Mike, just from coming off of a defensive play, runs right in the gap, wide open, getting there for the pass, for the touchdown. That is 2 huge plays from Mike already.
20-13 Raiders. After getting the first down, Melvin throws the X on the sideline, almost picked by Al. 2nd down, Melvin throws it to Mula, cutting in the gap, just overthrown, incomplete. 3rd down with 10 seconds left, Melvin throws the Los in the gap. He's just tagged at 1 second left at the 20-yard line. It's going to take us to last down. Last play of the game, Melvin with blocking for Machine is still sacked by Mike. Ending the game, Raiders with the win, 20-13. What was a
Mike held Machine.
Did you think he held him?
on the towards the end, it looked like while he was trying to break away, like he probably got caught up on his shirt. So it's hard to see if he grabbed his shirt and
So
pulled
there's not
him.
even any talk about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
20-13, Raiders come away with the win, and they eliminate Brotherhood.
I mean, what can I say at this point? In the second half, Mike on 3 key plays came up huge. Now, that last play, yes, they were outside the 10-yard line, so it had to have been a toss-up play, but that was still an opportunity for this Brotherhood team to score. And Mike prevented that from breaking through the block by Machine and getting that sack. Then you have that downfield touchdown pass that he caught, and then that tip that led to the interception. 3 key plays in the second half that led to the Raiders winning, all from Mike's effort. If anybody deserves like an MVP or anything on a game like this, I think that Mike deserves it just from the play that he had in the second half. Way to step up for your team and get them to win.
Shout to Raiders. We're going to go with the interview real quick, and then we'll be right back.
What's going on? Stephen J here with a few guys from the Raiders. They came in with a win 20-13. Y'all felt y'all had the opportunity to win this game the whole time, Chris. Why do guys think this is an upset when you figure y'all can stay with this team?
People are going to doubt whatever it is, but we're going to play our game. We're going to play hard. It is what it is. Let people doubt us. It is what it is. Okay.
You're one of the most criticized quarterback in this division, and some people said that you've been unfairly judged. Do you take it as disrespect how they don't talk about you as far as one of the elite quarterbacks in this division?
Nah, I really don't care. People are going to talk whatever it is. If you're going to hate, haters are haters. We prove them wrong. That's what it takes. That's all I got to say.
Draw. You held the number 1 offense to 13 points. They usually score in the 20s. What was the mindset coming into this game?
And my mindset is, man, it's simple. Everywhere you go, you can change the team. It's around who you bring. Your quarterback is going to be the same quarterback. He go throw the same he go throw, whether it's here, LES, EHS. He got to change. He got to get better. Came in with the mindset that we already know what he does. Same thing. He looked for one person the whole time. Play back. Give up the short. You got to make him pick and choose. What he did, he played to our advantage.
Simon, why does it seem like your offense is so relaxed with Chris? He may make a mistake here or there. Y'all never doubt him. Y'all always on his side. What's that about?
Throughout the season, we just try to build the chemistry, and we felt like throughout the games, we lost some, we won some. It was tough games, and we held him down the whole time, It was times we got mad at him, times that he picked us up, and we had to go through the battles together. So we fought, and we overcame,
All right, we're going to thank these guys for talking to us.
That was for Ghost. Don't ever doubt us again, man. We tell you that all the time, man. You heard?
Ghost been motivating a lot of teams, man. We're going to stay on the side. All right.
Shout to the Raiders. They're moving on to the championship.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, they beat Brotherhood in the regular season 26-20.
Yeah.
This game, they beat them 20-13. Brotherhood deserved to lose the game. I know it looks like it was 20-13.
Yeah.
So you think the game was close? The game is not. Brotherhood was dodging bullets all day, and they finally got shot. I'm going to show you. Let's look at Brotherhood's first possession. Right? They first time with the ball. This is 4th and goal. He throws Mula the ball, and the ball is dropped.
Mm-hmm.
That should have stopped the drive. But it didn't because of an offsides penalty on the Raiders. That was a mistake by the Raiders.
Yeah.
But Brotherhood took them to 4th down, which was a drop, to get them to replay it down. I don't give credit to Brotherhood. I fault Raiders. Let's look at the next drive. 4th and goal. Melvin runs into the gap into the end zone because the giver can't catch him. It wasn't because Melvin turned up the speed. It's because the giver made a mistake on his pursuit. That was on 4th down. I don't credit Brotherhood. I fault the Raiders. It's 2 touchdowns they scored in the first half on 2 4th down plays on 2 things that could have been a flip of the coin, have been completely different. Then let's look in the second half. After getting the first down, Melvin threw deep to Los. The pass is short, picked off. That was on first down. They had just got the first down. That's a mistake, right?
Mm-hmm.
They get the ball back. Third down on this play here. Melvin on 5 rush runs for a short gain. But he's running. If you look, nobody's open. Fourth down, he ends up throwing the ball up in the back of the end zone. Incomplete turnover. That is another stop. Another fault. Let's look at the next drive. After getting a first down, again, Melvin throws a Los in the gap. It's tipped by Mike and picked off by Spud. It's another mistake by Brotherhood. Mind you, these are mistakes they got away with in the first half. Different story in the second half. And then if you look at the last drive, on third down, right? Mm-hmm. On first down, he throws on the sideline, almost picked off by Al. They got away with that one. Second down, he throws deep to Mula, cutting in the gap, just overthrown. Mind you, after getting the first down, he threw the X. He tried to force it to X on the sideline, almost got picked off. Then he throws to Mula in the gap, overthrown. Third down with 10 seconds left, he throws a Los in the gap, who's just tagged at 1. Now, the Raiders blew this because they wasn't supposed to tag him. They tagged him and gave him an opportunity to call a timeout. Last play of the game, Melvin with blocking with machine, still gets sacked. This Brotherhood team played dangerously all game long. Mm-hmm. And they figured that Magic was just going to pop up all of a sudden and show the way and show it Brotherhood's way in the second half and at the end of the game. That's why on that last drive, he's only down. He's down 7. He's only down 7. He threw that last drive like he was nervous. That's not the same quarterback that threw an interception on the 2 former drives on first down. He played cocky. He played overconfident. And then on the last drive, he played scared. This Brotherhood offense cost them this game. And who leads the offense? The quarterback. So, Brotherhood lost this game. They have to blame a lot on their offense. But they also have to put it on their quarterback. The guy who led them all season only put up 13 points against a number 6 defense.
Damn. So my thing is, you're pretty much not giving the Raiders defense any credit.
Not at all. I'm not taking their credit away, but this was the number 6 defense. Mm-hmm. They gave up 20 points the first time. I'm not saying I can't give them credit because they let them score twice on fourth down.
Fine.
So I'm not going to credit a defense for mistakes.
Okay.
They capitalized on the mistakes. Yes, I give you that. But this Brotherhood offense let them down, and they were dodging bullets that they got away with in the first half, and it didn't add up the second half.
At the end of the day, based on what happened on the field, the better team won. And that was the Raiders. At the end of the day, regardless of what the standings is, where they stand, like the 6 on defense, anything like that,
right.
We already established that the playoffs is a different animal altogether.
But I'm confused.
Okay.
You picked Brotherhood to win 20-14.
Yes, but I said...
So why all of a sudden is Raiders the better team when you picked against them?
I said based on what happened on the field.
Okay.
The better
Did
team
the
won.
better team win? Not who won. In your heart, do you think the Raiders are a better team than Brotherhood?
They played much better.
Who do you think is the better team?
Okay.
Gun to your head. Who's the better team?
No gun to my head.
No, I'm saying if there was a gun to your head.
On paper, I would give Brotherhood the advantage.
Exactly.
I said it.
Which is
but
why
the better team proved that they listen.
Brotherhood gave this game away.
But again, hold on. But listen, my opinion is my opinion, and I can be proven wrong. And I admit, and I eat crow in this game because they confronted me on the field. At the end of the day, the better team proved in this game that they were the better team by playing better. Isn't that the whole point of playing in the playoffs and winning? by playing better than your opponents. That's exactly what they did. Standings be damned. Stats be damned. That's what they did. So regardless of what we look at, regardless of what my opinion was, they showed that they were the better team, and it shows the end result as we see it right now.
The highest scoring team
Okay.
scored a touchdown and some change, just saying 8 points lower than the average. And that touchdown and change would have got them the win.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying the Raiders are a bad team. That's not what I'm saying.
All right.
I gave a shout out to them. I think they play well. I think I can't blame somebody else for capitalizing on your mistakes. They did exactly what they had to do. But, like I said, from the beginning of the game, Brotherhood dodged bullets all day, and the stuff that they got away with in the first half did not equal in the second half. I think their quarterback throwing 2 interceptions on first down didn't play like that guy who led the league in scoring. And then all of a sudden, when you're down at the end of the game, that's when you decide you want to be that quarterback. If you looked at previously, before that drive, he threw a pick on first down. Then he chopped it up before that.
Okay.
But before that one, so like basically the second half, he threw a pick, then decided to chop it up and got stopped. Then threw another pick and then decided to chop it up again and got stopped. Okay. Bottom line, Melvin got stopped 4 times in the second half. 2 of them was interceptions.
Listen, at the end of the day, we said what we said, but I just got to have anybody watching this right now, I need y'all to know that even if I'm right on a segment, he has to have the last word at the end of the day to defend his stance or whatever. Knowing that I made a good point.
You did.
You can end the segment there, but you have to have the last
numbers
word.
Always back up what I said, and I showed you examples on why Brotherhood gave up this game. You picked Brotherhood to win this game.
Okay.
Brotherhood is the highest scoring offense on this thing, playing a number 6 defense. There is no way that you only scored 13 points and you had the ball 7 times.
Oh, whoa. But
No, I'm sorry. You had the ball 6. You had 6 possessions.
Yeah.
You didn't score in the second half. All of a sudden, the Raiders got this 85 Bears defense now.
All right, but let's flip it because we're going way long in the segment, but we kind of don't care. But look at the Brotherhood defense. What's standing on they? Since you want to keep bringing it up,
Brotherhood defense is number 4.
Number 4.
Correct.
How much points do they average?
Brotherhood
give up
right now average. Number 4, they give up 136 points a game. So they give up 15 points a game.
So they scored over their average. They gave up more points than their average. That's their defense not doing their job.
No, okay, and we're not gonna keep this going.
Yeah.
But Chris did play well. I give you that. I was one of the guys that was getting at him. But with that throw, like you said, that he made downfield, that he caught even Zeke, Chris showed that he can make
and
some
I'm going to
throws.
just say this, and this is my last comment. In terms of Chris, we seen him play from when he was in the UFL with the Wildcats. He was not making throws like that
he had
on the
no arm
Wildcats
strength.
at all. Maybe it's the cold that froze his arm up. I don't know.
Maybe got better.
But it looks like he got much better as he went along. So he's showing that he can get that ball downfield. That's all I got to say.
All right, we're going to wrap this one up. And Raiders are going to the championship. And Brotherhood is going to stay in the hood and stay home.
Ouch.
Unfortunately, because this team was, they gave this one away. But I have to put a lot of the blame on their quarterback. You're the leader. You're the captain of the ship. And there is no way that you do not score not one time in the second half. That's all on you. You're calling the plays. You're throwing it. You can't blame your guys for you throwing 2 interceptions on first down. We're going to wrap this one up. Raiders go to the chip, beating Brotherhood 20-13. We'll be right back.
Wow.
Next game up, we're going to go a power circle versus the Bullies. And if you look at this previous game, this is primetime beating Chiefs to go to the championship. So the winner of this game will be meeting primetime in the championship. We was able to talk to Quick, so we're gonna go with the interview, talking to him, and we're gonna be right back.
We put a faster hiker and we went man to man. They got one receiver, Todd, that could beat us actually man to man, but we had Strag on him and that negated that. So once we went man, they didn't score. They didn't score on me. They scored on the zone. So once we went man second half, that was it. They didn't even get the first down. You're right.
Who do you prefer to play for the chip?
I don't care. I just am glad we at the chip, and hopefully we'll win. And he want to brag. Look, politically correct.
I want to play Power Circle because they the only team that beat us on the field. I want to revenge that loss.
Wow, let's see what he asks for. I love the fact that he's not going to hold his tongue. He's like exactly who we want to play. We've been getting on this team all season. Got to give them their respect regardless of what we say because they're in the chip. Despite my hating, they're in the chip, so you got to give them their respect.
One other thing, 49 is still slinging it. Let it be known. No matter how bad y'all talk about me, 49 slinging the rock. I showed improved.
Jay.
I just want to say I had y'all all the way.
Jay, listen. Preseason, we was slight favorites. As the season went on, Little Rascals was the favorites, a.k.a. Ghosts. Playoffs, well, we lost our last regular season game. You picked us to win the championship. We lose our last regular season game and we can't even make it to the championship. You guys lose it to the Chiefs? That's y'all got to do something. He jumped off the bandwagon. Why? You have to ask your co-host that.
Correct. I'll tell him soon as we're on the show.
Y'all was talking all this, we didn't play nobody with a good record. It was only 3 teams with a good record in our division, and we beat everybody. And despite us losing the Power Circle that last game, we beat the shit out of them before that.
Well, let's see what happens in the chip. Let's see if all this can turn into all this holding the trophy. We'll see in the site. All right.
So now that we saw that, thanks for the interview as far as with Quick. We appreciate that. Congratulations on going to the championship. Now it's up to these two teams to see who's going to face them. And in the regular season, when these teams met, you have Power Circle winning 27-21. Bullies coming off of a big upset win to Little Rascals, top seed in this division. What do you think the Bullies have to do coming into this game versus Power Circle that they did to Little Rascals?
One thing that they did against the Little Rascals was they took away a lot of the big plays that they normally like to go for. Chris liked to go downfield. He liked to take shots. And the Bullies were prepared for that. Now, they're not a great defense at all by any stretch of the word. But they were able to come away with a win by doing what they needed to throw Chris off his game, to catch him by surprise. And their offense did a lot better than they usually did. I seen Kelvin play one of his best games this season in that playoff game. He was able to put up points. He was able to not take too many risks. And he was able to get the ball to a lot of his playmakers on the field. So these things are things that they need to do in this game that helped them win their last, and that will give them a good chance of coming away with a win.
If I'm Power Circle, we're not going to get caught with our pants down like the Little Rascals did. That's one. Number 2, even though Calvin had a good game last week, Calvin is not Paul. He's not Paul. Paul, who's their original starting quarterback, is a lot better than Calvin. He can make throws Calvin can't make. He can see over the giver easily, but Calvin can't. So Calvin added a kind of long drop back, if you see this game, which I think makes no sense because he's not running away from a line. So I think he takes away his looks to the outside because he's focused so much on his drop back. You're going to see that a lot this game. But bigger than that, Power Circle's not in a rush. They're a slow motion team. Wayne is gonna take his time. He's gonna run the way he usually do here and there. Not a big time runner, but he can make some runs here and there. And they got guys like Canarsie. They got even Chino in the offensive game that comes up with some catches that can put Bullies away early. Now they're not gonna have Shuggy, who's their best player. But I think these other guys should be able to hold it down while Power Circle try to run away with this game. All right, we're going to jump right into the game. During the kickoff, Pierre drops the ball. It goes out of bounds at their own 20-yard line. Not a good way to start off the game. Calvin on first down throws it Pierre in the middle. Short, picked off by Killer. His first play, he throws an interception and gives it to Power Circle.
And two things that didn't need to happen right in the beginning of the game. First of all, this play where Pierre drops the onside throw, that dictated the momentum of the game. He drops it, they get into bad field position. Right here, Kelvin, I guess he felt like he had to make a big play because it was so back in bad field position. And he throws a pass, takes a risk, and he ends up throwing an interception.
After getting the first down, Wayne throws deep to Mo, open in the middle, that's going to be dropped. Wayne with 2 short passes for a short gain. 4th down, Wayne would block it from Speedy, throws it up incomplete, turnover on downs. Bullies dodge the bullet. But Mo has to make that catch. This guy is too talented. He has to be able to make that catch. He doesn't, he lets his guys down, and they end up turning the ball over.
And the thing about this play is you had the opportunity to capitalize off of that mistake that Kelvin made in this last drive. But you don't by turning over the ball yourself and not being able to move the ball. That gives them right back, that puts the ball right back in Kelvin's hands to correct the mistake he made.
Calvin with 2 passes in the gap for a decent game, picking up the first down. Then Calvin throws a Pierre in the middle, getting him to the 15-yard line. 2nd down, Calvin throws to Kadim in the gap, drop, picked off by Speedy. Speedy gets the ball back. This guy has lost some weight, able to make some moves. Great play by him there.
And this is a play right here that didn't need to happen. Kelvin already threw an interception on the first play, in the last drive, and now he's driving. Finally, he throws the ball to Kadim, a routine pass. He drops it and leads to yet another interception. This is something that will throw a quarterback off of his rhythm, and because of this, they lose another opportunity to score.
Wayne with 2 short passes to Troy for a decent game. 3rd down, Wayne with blocking from Tree is still sacked by Cassell. Power circle half the punt. And this team is not capitalizing off of Bullies' turnover. We seen Little Rascals do that same thing last week, and they end up losing that game. You cannot keep Bullies in the game, and Power circle right now taking the foot off the pedal.
It seems like they don't. It's like, okay, they see the Bullies making a mistake. They say, okay, we'll give you another shot. You know, we don't want to score right away. We want to let you score first. That's exactly what's happening. Because every time this Bullies team give this Power Circle team an opportunity, they do not capitalize. None of these teams are looking good right now.
2nd down, Calvin throws it to Pierre in the gap for a decent game. 3rd down, Calvin on 5 rush, throws the Matt in the gap. Short, picked off by Troy. Calvin's 3rd interception of the day, and he's giving it away like Halloween.
This one was his first. This one was his fault, just like the first interception was his fault. The second one wasn't his fault, but this one is clearly him forcing passes. It seems like he doesn't think that he has any playmakers. It seems like he's playing like he has no chance. It's only the first half, and it seems like he's giving up already. This is another interception that they did not need in this game.
After getting the first down, Wayne with 2 passes for a decent game. 3rd down, Wayne on 5 rush, throws deep to Canarsie on the sideline, caught in the end zone for the touchdown. Troy gets the extra point, 7-0. Kadim is too short to guard Canarsie. Let me tell you something. When I first came to BQFL, Canarsie was the next coming thing dominant. The problem with is his passion. You know, sometimes he don't show up. Sometimes he's too busy arguing with the guys or worrying about fighting rather than play. This Canarsie right here is damn well unstoppable, especially when you have the height disadvantage. Great play by him. He's looking like he's trying to get back to being elite, and that's the way to start it off.
But this is not the way you show that you're an elite, because, come on, you really think that Kadim was able to guard Canarsie? There was no way. So again, you make a routine catch for the touchdown, but I'm not going to give him too many cookies on this play because this is something he was supposed to do. That's what he's there to do, and Wayne is able to find him for the touchdown. They're doing their job right now, finally.
Calvin's going to throw the Pierre in the middle for a decent game, picking up the first down. Then Calvin throws deep to Hollywood on the sideline. Short, picked off by Killer, giving it right back to Power Circle. If you look here, Reem and Kadim are open, but they throw another interception.
This is Kelvin throwing interceptions. This is nobody else. I see Kelvin throwing the ball. And this is the 2nd interception, I believe, that he threw to Killer in the first half. So you have 4 interceptions, and we're not even done with the first half. What is going through this man Kelvin's mind? I do not know. This is a completely different person than I saw on the Little Rascals game that last week.
Power Circle's going to drive to the 5-yard line, but time runs out, taking us into the half, 7-0. I'm going to go first, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
This is the worst quarterback display I've ever seen in my life. ever. I'm talking about playing Tecmo Bowl. I'm talking about playing John Madden. I'm talking about playing in the schoolyard. I'm talking about playing football in my dreams. This is the worst performance by a quarterback I have ever seen in my life.
You said Tecmo Bowl. I'm mad about that.
In my life. In my life. I'm talking about even playing catch with my nephew. And he can't throw that great. He's better now, but he couldn't throw before. He threw better than Calvin in the first half. Calvin threw, let's show all the interceptions in case the audience didn't see it. This one was short. On first down, picked off. Next drive, this one is going to be dropped. On second down, picked off.
It's not his fault.
This one is going to be short again on third down, picked off. And I guess he figures, let me start all over from the top like I did before and throw another interception. This one on first down. That one is short. First of all, he does not have the arm strength that Paul got. That's one. Number two, he does not look like a starting quarterback. He looks like a guy that's just there to throw the ball. Because if he would realize that he's the quarterback, he would realize that the guys that he's throwing the ball to are not on his team. They play for the opposing team. So maybe if you try to hit your guys with the football, you would have more success. Now, we see why football sometimes is unfair, because this team beat a top team last week. And now they're showing that, you remember when who it was? Cinderella? When everything started changing back, and she started running out, and hopefully Ghost can show you with this, and the slipper came off, and the pump. This is basically the Bullies, okay?
First of all, I'm not showing that right now because that will be copyright struck. That's Disney property. They just released a streaming service. So if you want to see that scene, go see it there because we're not trying to get sued by Disney.
That's it.
You said enough.
Wait, you thought I was going to have positive things to say? There's enough to say.
Yeah, you said enough.
My pause was better than the play that the Bullies had in the first.
But I'm going to tell you this. All of that is said and done about what you said about Kelvin and the Bullies. But anybody in their right mind right now should be even more upset with the Power Circle team right now. Because regardless of him, Kelvin throwing 4 interceptions. What is the score right now?
7-zip.
How is the game only 7-zip when they have a quarterback throwing 4 interceptions in the first half? Somebody should be getting benched right now. I'm sorry. There's no way that this game should be this close. There's no way that Wayne should be having 2. I believe he had 2 turnovers in this drive.
They had the ball 4 times, and they scored once.
Yes, that last drive, I'm not going to kill him because time ran out. But the first 2 drives, they got stopped by the Bullies defense. How?
The worst defense in the league.
How? So my thing is, at the end of the day, the fact that the Bullies are playing terrible just shows how bad the Power Circle team is playing because they only winning 7-0.
Correct.
So the Bullies can just snap out of there. Fever, I don't know what they're going through right now. Kelvin may wake up in the second half and come away with a win. Who knows what's going to happen?
You can't snap terrible.
But
there is no Thanos snap, and all of a sudden things are going to change.
But the game should be 21-zip by now.
I agree.
So that's why I'm saying 4 interceptions, and they're only down 7-0. They still have a chance despite that, and that's because of Power Circle's own horrible play in this game.
Chance? Okay.
I'm just saying.
We're going to jump into the second half. Power Circle gets the ball. After getting the first down, Wayne with 2 passes on the sideline for a decent gain. 4th and goal, Wayne throws the tree, cutting in the front of the end zone. That's going to be dropped. Another stop. Power Circle gets stopped.
How does a team like this make it in the playoffs in the first place? How? Because you can't score against the worst defense in the league. It's like you're making them look like they're a better team than they are. They're throwing interceptions. It's like they're handing out interceptions. And now you can't score on their defense? I don't see what's wrong with this Power Circle team. It's like they're trying to fight for Bullies to win this game for some reason. Because that's how they look like they're playing right now.
Bullies get the ball back. Remember, it's only 7-0. Second down, Calvin throws the PA in the middle for a decent gain. Third down, Calvin throws to Hollywood on the sideline, knocked away by Joey. Bullies are going to have to punt. They had the ball 5 times. They have not scored.
This is an
Wait.
Yeah.
They have not even gotten the first down. Just to throw it
But
out.
I'm gonna tell you, there's some slight improvement there, so I have hope for this team because they didn't throw an interception this time. They got stopped, so that's better than throwing an interception in my opinion. They used all 4 downs, and they got stopped.
Well, all 3 because they punted on 4.
Yeah, they punt. That's even better. They didn't throw an interception. They didn't turn over the ball. They got to punt. So that's an improvement. I have hope for this team now because they're not throwing interceptions, at least for one drive.
Well, Power Circle gets the ball 4 and out. 2nd down, Wayne throws the throw on the sideline, caught but out of bounds. 3rd down, Wayne on 5 rush throws it up in the end zone, picked off by Hollywood. If you look here, Speedy was open on the sideline. And Calvin, see how Hollywood got the ball? That's how you get him the ball. Unfortunately, Wayne was the one that threw it to him. So I guess Wayne is trying to show him how to throw to the receiver, but it's not on his team. Both quarterbacks are very bad right now, but that's an interception.
Listen, what you just said about throwing to Hollywood or whatever, that's how you do it, that's too confusing for Kelvin or Wayne or anybody right now because you're just showing them how to throw it to the other person on the other team. That's exactly what both quarterbacks are doing right now. Of course, this was Wayne's first interception, but you're supposed to be scoring, and they're not doing it.
2nd down, Calvin throws to Kadeem in the gap for a decent gain. 3rd down, Calvin throws a ream on the sideline, off target, picked off by Joey, giving it right back to Power Circle. Dear Lord, help me.
Help you, help me, because we had to sit here and watch this game from beginning to end. The last little hope that I had from that last drive that they got to punt is gone. It's gone. Because now you're continuing the train. Damn, I was supposed to throw an interception on that drive. Let me throw an interception on this drive. And that's exactly what happened. So he's right back on track to how he began the game. It looked like he's trying to end strong.
Wayne with 3 passes to Speedy in the gap for a nice gain. 4th down, Wayne finds Chino on the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Hollywood trots back too much, leaving them open. 13-0. Power Circle score again.
Yeah, eventually this was going to catch up to the Bullies. Their defense wasn't going to last forever. And Hollywood, unfortunately, backs up too much, gives Chino too much lane, and Wayne is able to find him in front of the end zone. This defense is the worst in the league, but now they're showing that they are that because they're not able to hold on plays like this. That's unfortunate because all opportunity that they had to compete in this game is gone.
But this is my favorite part right here. My favorite part of the day. 1st down, they have the ball. They're at the 48-yard line.
Okay.
Mind you, this team has not got a 1st down in 6 possessions.
Yeah.
So now they're at the 48. Mm-hmm. Can you show the line? That's the 1st down right there.
Yeah.
So they have an opportunity to get the first down.
Some real progress.
Yes. But Calvin doesn't do that. He decides to throw deep to Pierre on the sideline. And guess what? Killer picks him off again. So before he tries to get a 1st down and get some type of momentum going, get some type of consistency going, he says, why the hell would I do that?
No.
I haven't done it all day. It's right there. Let me take a shot downfield on 1st down to a guy who has already picked me off twice, and let me give him another one. Interception.
And you're completely wrong here because you're talking about they were trying to find some consistency. This is damn well the best consistency I've ever seen. He threw 6 interceptions. You don't get more consistent than that. And throwing the other team the ball. And you threw 3 interceptions to the same guy. All jokes aside, I don't know what.
No. Don't bring the jokes aside. The jokes are coming. The jokes are
trying, man. I'm trying.
In center.
I'm trying, man. Go ahead.
Power Circle gets the ball back, but they punt. They're not able to move the ball. And as you can see, Wayne doesn't care no more. He's up by 2 scores from a team that can't find a 1st down. 2nd down, Calvin on 5 rush throws deep to Pierre in the end zone. With Canarsie there, the ball is dropped. So now Pierre can't do the one thing he's known for, catching bombs in the end zone. He decides, I'm not going to do it today. Why would I do that? Next play, you're going to have Calvin. He's going to make the throw to Kadeem. And they get a 1st down. They got a 1st down. They got a 1st down.
Listen, look, I'm doing the wave like the guys in the stand, like the fans in the stands, you know,
Right.
when they're watching the game and they get excited or whatever. We're doing a wave.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you because
we're
I
excited.
thought this team wasn't capable of first down. Maybe this team didn't know what a first down was. Maybe the BQFL needs to find a way to paint the line another color, maybe red, or no, because red means stop, and they would really not get the first down. Maybe they need to find a way to have different people lay down in front of the first down to show them where. Maybe they should have some caution tape to let them know. Something to show the Bullies that it's okay to get a first down. It is allowed in football because by getting a first down, you're rewarded with more downs. I don't know, because they knew it last week when they beat the Little Rascals. I guess that was their Super Bowl because they waited until their 8th possession to get a first down. That's when they wanted to get a first down. After Power Circle already laid down like this game's over.
Yeah.
They went into their 8th possession. Second down, after getting the first, Calvin throws it to Chad on the sideline. Remember, second down. And it's going to be picked off by Canarsie. This man has thrown 7 interceptions in one game.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. I've never heard that before. I've never talked to somebody who knew about it before. I've never seen it in Legends Day happen before. I've never known for it to happen before. And if I could speak Spanish, I would say in Spanish that it's not capable of a guy who is a starting quarterback, who was this quarterback all season, to all of a sudden throw 7 interceptions. This guy is going to drive me to drink. And the game is over. 13-0 Power Circle.
The jokes are gone for me.
Right.
I'm not even going to make any jokes anymore. This was a disappointing loss for the Bullies. I predicted them to lose, but I'm not going to stay on them. I'm going to go on Power Circle. Because they come away with the win. They move on to the championship. Right?
Yes, sir.
But as you can hear in my voice, I don't sound enthusiastic for them at all.
They were 2 for 8 with the ball. Two scores on 8
I
possessions.
don't know any team that can play like that in an offensive league like the BQFL and think they're winning any championship. I don't care what division you're from.
And now they got Primetime, who's the number 2 team in scoring.
Exactly.
And remember, they gave up a forfeit, so they could have passed Little Rascals in scoring. But go ahead.
And
then the number, I'm sorry, just to jump in, the credentials of Primetime, they're in the number 2 offense and the number 2 defense.
They play like this, they're going home early.
Power Circle.
They have no chance if they play like this.
Correct.
I'm not talking about their playing style or whatever. That's fine. They get the job done. But if you come out against Primetime and play like this, you're going home early with nothing to show for all your hard work this season. This was embarrassing to see for Power Circle. Even though they got the win, how can you not score against the worst team in the league, the worst defense in the league? I don't understand that. You're getting stopped by them. You threw a pick to them when you didn't need to. You know, leaving guys open. This is a pathetic showing, even though you did win. You know? So at the end of the day, this is not the way that they can come out and play. You know? Some will say, oh, they didn't have Shuggy. That don't matter. They got to play much better than this. You're in the championship now. You cannot afford to come out playing like this. You need to come out and play your best. And I've seen this team play much better than this. They can't come out like this next week in the championship at all. That's all I got to say there.
Shout to Power Circle for going to the chip. But if they play like this versus Primetime, they're going to get blown out.
Mm-hmm.
Tiki and Quick are going to try to run the score up against them. Just to let you know that. On the other side, Bullies owe BQFL an apology. They owe the commission an apology. They owe their family that's going to watch this show an apology. Bullies disrespected themselves. That's what I mean. I'm take away all the jokes out of it.
No. But you're wrong. They don't deserve. Calvin himself deserves.
No, but reason,
I put it on.
It's all Calvin. But
Yes.
and we Calvin doesn't run this team. This is not his team.
Yeah.
Calvin had thrown 4 interceptions in the first half, and you were down 7-0, and you figured it was going to change. The man threw an interception on first down, second down, third down, and first down. Once you see that, this quarterback ain't ready for this game. I'm benching him. You allow them to throw in the second half, and they punt. They end up punting. Then, the next play, on third down, he throws another interception. Then they get the ball back. Again, another interception. And then the last one, he throws an interception on second down. This team got 1 first down in the game on their last possession. 1 first down. One of the insoles they threw, they were at the 48-yard line. 2 yards from the first down. This team disrespected themselves. I'm going to call it what it is. Yeah. The quarterback deserves more than 90% of the blame. Because after the first few throws, he didn't care anymore. He just was throwing it. He didn't care. So that's not a quarterback. I don't like throwing interceptions in Madden. You know, why would I be okay doing outside in public in front of everybody and like it's a joke, like it's going out of style? This guy made himself look really bad. And this is something that they got to live with for all time. They beat the Little Rascals, a top team. Mm-hmm. You had an opportunity to shock the world. Even if you would have lost this game, people would have respected you. But all you did was come on and show you're just a regular Bullies. A team that can't stop anybody, that has somewhat talent, but can't go further than what they are. You know, and it's a shame. Because they had an opportunity coming off that game versus Little Rascals. Now you saw it wasn't the Bullies that beat Little Rascals. Little Rascals beat Little Rascals.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Because you cannot come out of that game and then play the way you played this game with 7 interceptions on 8 possessions. That can't happen. That can't happen. You got 1 first down in touch football? 1 first down? You could not get a first down. You threw 3 interceptions on first down. This is pathetic. This is an embarrassment. This is a tragedy. And I was embarrassed to do this game. As an analyst, it was embarrassing doing this game. We try to have fun with it. We try to make a joke out of it because we're not curing cancer. It's all in fun. Yeah. I'm killing their character as far as football.
Yeah.
This team embarrassed themselves.
Yeah.
If I was them, I'm not even watching the show. I'm not. Because I know it's not going to be anything positive coming out of it. Because even though you threw 4 interceptions in the first half, you was down 7-0. 7-0. Then Power Circle gets the ball first in the second half, and you stop them. Then you get stopped. Then you stop them again. Then you get stopped again. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable.
I mean, what else is there to say?
We're going to wrap this game up, and we apologize to our audience. Power Circle with the win over the Bullies, 13-0. We'll be right back.
What's going on? Stephen J here with some guys from the Power Circle. Killer, you had 3 interceptions today. How was you so in the zone against this quarterback?
Man, I was so focused, man. I played against him a lot of times. So I'm focused. I was just locked in, son, locked in, man. I had my teammates behind my back. Right. There's nothing we could do, son. We just killed them. That's why they call me Killer, man. Power Circle, man. You see it?
Chino, y'all had Wayne taking his time. Y'all didn't want him to take too many shots. Y'all wanted him to just score and let the defense do what they do. Was that the strategy coming in from the beginning of the game?
Yes, Wayne looking good, baby. Looking good, baby. Patient. That's all it is. Patient, man. We here, man. We here, man. We been here before. We back, baby.
Mo, y'all got prime time in the championship. What do y'all do? What does the team got to do today? Bring into next week. What you got to do from today to bring next week?
Show that same energy on defense, and just the quarterback got to show up, and he gonna show up. We'll be all right.
Wayne doesn't get talked about in this division. You think he takes it as disrespect?
Oh yeah, I know he take it as disrespect. You know, he done been to plenty of championships. He done got MVPs and all that. Like, he good, man. But it's disrespect. Nah, I'm not with it.
Well, Power Circle is one game away from what they want. They win next week, they get that chip, they got prime time. We're going to see our guys on the site.
You know the vibes.
Stephen J here with Mook, captain and owner of the Bullies. 13 zip. Defense gave them all they can. What happened today?
Yo, defense, all season y'all was talking shit, but defense did their thing this year. I mean, today, we held them down, got a few turnovers from Wayne, had a few fourth down stops, but offense was too bad.
What happened to that has to be a record, say your quarterback threw 7 interceptions. Then you think to try to go with a different quarterback, put somebody else in. As the ship kept sinking, why you didn't pull your quarterback?
Man, we had faith in them. We tried to, we was only down 7 zip at first, all the intel, so you try to keep faith in the quarterback, but it didn't work out. It happens, man.
You think it was too much? He didn't look like that last week. He did pretty good against the Little Rascals. Why he look so different this week?
Couldn't tell you, bro.
Did y'all miss Pierre at quarterback?
Pierre or Paul? Wait.
I'm sorry. You missed Paul. Did you miss Paul at quarterback?
We missed him all season, honestly. But, we made it this far without him, so it is what it is. We ride out with the sink with the ship, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
All right, we're going to thank Mook for being here. Bullies made it to the Final Four, but unfortunately, the Cinderella season has stopped. They're going to try to come back next season. We'll see you on the site.
All right, people, thanks for coming back with us. Real Tough Talk. Next game we're going to jump into is the Shockers versus the Rockstars. Now, this is a big game. They met in the regular season with the Shockers coming out with the win 27-13. But the thing about this, with this Shockers team, it seems to be like nobody respects this team. This is the number 2 seed. This is the second highest scoring offense. But nobody respects this team. I think teams figure that they'll walk through the park, especially when they saw Newbury bring them. And when everybody see the Shockers on their bulletin board, they figure they got a chance.
And honestly, let's just be honest. BQFL, the home team right now is Blackout. That's the team that everybody's favoring. So the Shockers is a second afterthought, even though they're a good team as well. But they themselves, the Shockers, show chinks in their armor in terms of their defense. They used to be number 2 in defense. They dropped to number 3 at the end of the season. Maybe because they gave up 47 points against Newbury. That was a big factor on there. But every now and then they make mistakes and they're not consistent, and that's kind of the reason why some people look at them as they're a vulnerable team. They can be beaten. So a lot of teams are going to look at them and say they're not as serious as they make it seem, and we have opportunity to beat them, and I'm sure Rockstars are thinking that right now.
And as far as the Rockstars go, I know we've been talking about a 2-horse race with Blackout and the Shockers, but you got to give Rockstars some respect. This team is 5-3. This team is 3rd in scoring. This team definitely can make plays, and they're a great momentum team, and they have talent. I think Sunray's one of the most underrated offensive players in the league. I think Mimi is showing the ability to be a formidable quarterback. I think Shaq brings the intensity, and he brings that wrath of coming over the middle. He's their muscle, he's their toughness, and that's what he brings. So you put them all together with Ty coaching. This team is in sync to be a very, very capable championship contender.
With all the things that you mentioned, there's also other key players like Ruben that's good in the slots. You also have Kai, their downfield guy that's known to beat a lot of defenders downfield. Then you also have Sticky that can get in the gaps and make some key plays there.
And Mo is on this team that nobody talks about.
Exactly. So he's hanging back, waiting for the big play to happen with him, only because he's not Mimi's main target out there. But he is another dangerous player if you get him in the game. Yep. So they have so many options on his team that they are not a team to sleep with. They're on. They're a number 3 team for a reason.
All right, we're going to jump right into the game. Shockers and Rockstars. Shockers get the ball. 3rd down at the 48-yard line. Ramsey throws to Amir on the sideline. Nice play, picking up the 1st down. Amir is a dangerous weapon. I hate that he wants me to call him Big E. I would never call him Big E. I'm mad that I just called him Big E. But at the end of the day, he's what you want your tight end to be. Has size and can get the ball, and the guy can catch. After a short pass in the gap, Ramsey throws Ray in the end zone, who catches it over Mimi for the touchdown. Meese gets the edge to the 2-point conversion. 8-0, but we had a little issue on Ray's touchdown.
And Ray is going to kill me, but when they were running towards the line with a few players, they were trying to catch the Rockstars team off guard. As I went to record the play, as you see here, it just stops because I pressed record by accident and stopped the recording. Something I don't usually do. I know I can't take it back. I know Ray's going to kill me, but that was a huge play. Catching it over Mimi, as you see here, Mimi's on the ground. After missing that play, Ray is there talking his smack over him. And, you know, the team is hyped. Big touchdown play by Ray, showing that he is a playmaker for this team as well, and he is another option for Ramsey.
Yeah, we talk about Ray the owner, we talk about Ray the coach, the guy who runs the team, but at the end of the day, this guy is a capable offensive player, and he had to remind Rockstars by getting in the end zone. Mimi's going to get the ball back. With 3 short passes for a decent game, he picks up the first down. Then Mimi throws a sticky on the sideline for a decent game, and Damo comes with a big hit, but the flag is thrown. It's a late hit, and he's going to get 15. Tell me about this play.
And this play here, it looks like Damo doesn't hear the whistle, and he still comes in full speed ahead. Even though the tag was made, he makes the tag late. I don't think it was intentional, but it's still a merited flag, and they get 15 yards on them.
3rd and goal. Mimi finds Sticky in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Mo gets the extra point. 8-7. Rockstar score right back. If you look at Belly's playing back, leaving the front open, and Mimi finds Sticky.
And that's because Veli is dropping back in the end zone. I don't see why. He leaves the front of the end zone wide open, and Sticky goes right into that area, and Mimi finds him for the score.
Ramsey gonna throw the keys in the gap for a decent game. Shaq with the hit after the catch, showing that intimidating factor. After a short pass for the first down, Ramsey throws to Mies in the gap. That's gonna be dropped. We're gonna jump into 3rd down. Ramsey throws the Buck, cutting in the front of the end zone. That's gonna be low drop. Nice throw, but Buck can't hold on to it. That is a big drop. 4th down, Ramsey on 5 rush. Just gets past Shaq. Throws to Welch in the end zone. Knocked away by Sunray. Turnover on downs. You got to give that play to Shaq. Bringing the pressure up the middle at the last second. Catching Ramsey off guard, but they dropped 2 key passes. One of them was a touchdown on that drive.
And the thing about it is, if you look at this play, it seems like Shaq pretty much comes all the way from the secondary. By the time Ramsey notices, it's too late. He's forced to roll right and make a throw here. But those 2 drop passes on this drive is what forced Ramsey to get in this position in the first place. Not a good look for their offense after them having a big score on that last drive. This is not a way to turn over the ball.
Mimi gets the ball back on 1st down. Mimi on 5 rushes, sacked by Zori. Great sack by Zori on big play there. A few plays later, on 3rd down, Mimi throws the Chiba in the gap for a decent game. 4th down, Mimi throws a Mo on the sideline, drop, turnover on downs. And we talked about Mo being a guy that has to make plays. He's one of the top players on this team. That is a huge drop. They can't get the first down, and they turn the ball over.
And I think because Mo is not necessarily a big target for Mimi, sometimes I guess he loses his place on the team, and he's not necessarily focused on the play. This is a routine catch that Mo always makes, regardless of what team he's on. Unfortunately, that's a drop that he makes here on a key play on the drive, and it kills the drive and leads to turnover.
1st down, Ramsey throws deep to Welch on the sideline, who has a step, caught in the end zone for the touchdown. 14-7, Shocker score again.
They get right back to it. Ramsey with that downfield throw to Welch. Welch gets in the gap. Nobody's able to pick him up. Ramsey makes a pinpoint accuracy throw. Welch makes the catch. That's a good way to connect. These guys have been doing it for so long that it's probably second nature to them. That was a quick score for the Shocker.
We're going to show the extra point, which we don't usually show unless something happens. Ramsey's going to throw to Mies for the 2-point conversion. Now, Shaq is going to come with a hit with the shoulder, and as far as you see, unfortunately, the film stops because we don't always show the whole play. We just usually the catch or whatever. Tell me what you saw on the play, and then I'm gonna break down my thoughts of it.
Well, as the play, as Shaq makes the hit right here, the shoulder hit, the flag definitely comes out. Mies gets up and retaliates, goes and pushes him, whatever. And as Shaq responds, he pushes his hands out, catches Mies in the face. He doesn't swing, but he's pushing him back, and he does catch him in the face. Ramsey's there defending his brother. Both sidelines come out. It's a little scuffling or whatever, but no punches are thrown. But there's offsetting penalties because of the retaliation by the Shockers. But the thing about it is, my issue to this is some guys just got to let the refs do their job. You waste your energy by retaliating, and you make the situation worse. There's no reason to retaliate. Let the refs do their job. They should be out there getting their job right. That's their job in the first place.
I have one issue with this. I don't only think they retaliated because they were so upset with the hit. I think they retaliated because they don't want nobody to think they could pick on them. Because if you look in the beginning of the game, if you look at this pass to Sticky, the whistle was been blown. It's already blown. Play is over. And what does Damo do? He comes with a late hit. Doesn't matter if it wasn't with the shoulder. The hit was still late. So that hit was late. The player wasn't. He was in a defenseless position because the whistle was already blown.
Mm-hmm.
Damo comes late. Now Shaq comes back with a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a shoulder? Absolutely.
Yes.
But you can't want to get up and scuffle because your linebacker who plays the same position as Shaq did it. Your linebacker hit one of the Rockstars' smallest guys. So what do you think Shaq going to do? He's going to go after one of your smallest guys. It's football.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't kill the teams. I love the fact that they got energy. They're going to protect themselves. And I know at the end of the day, Shockers are tired of people trying to bully them.
Mm-hmm.
Newbie try to bully them. Blackout trying to bully them. They're not taking it no more. So that's why they came off with this to let you know we got our brothers back. I'm just talking about the fact that they said Shaq swung and these guys know. At the end of the day, even dirty plays are football. That was a dirty play. It was football, but don't think Shaq wasn't coming back on the hit previously that Damo made on Sticky. Bottom line, though, Meese with the great catch for the 2-point conversion. 16-7, Shockers. Rockstars get the ball. They're going to start at their own 10. Second down, Mimi throws to Ruben wide open in the middle. Nice game. If you look here, Ozzy left guarding too. Great play by Ruben. I like Ruben. I've seen Ruben kill. If Ruben can learn to play the way he played with the Browns, when he was dominant, he can still be great. But as he got with YMM and as he got with Sawa, we seen him complain a little more and let his emotions hurt his team. Hopefully that doesn't happen here. Great play by him there. Second down, Mimi throws a Sticky open in the gap for a decent gain. If you look here, Belly's playing too far back. Great play by Sticky. Third down, Mimi finds Sticky on the sideline, getting him to the 5-yard line, and Belly is tackled for, gets flagged for tackling. That is a frustration play. You seen Sticky just get open in the gap and beat him. So now that Mimi goes back again, Belly's getting there late again, and this time he goes for the tackle. Fourth down, Mimi finds Sticky in the end zone for the touchdown. Mo gets the 2-point conversion, 16-15. Rockstars chasing one. If you look at Chris leaves his corner to find a receiver in the back, and Kai's guarding nobody. 16-15, Rockstars score.
And the thing about this play is, throughout this whole drive, you saw Sticky getting in the gap where Veli dropping back too far.
The last 3 passes went to Sticky.
And the thing, and I don't see, the one key thing in why Veli is making these mistakes is because he's isolated on that sideline, and Mimi is now targeting him. Because nobody's communicating, nobody's telling him to stay up, to step up and guard the front. Because of that, Veli's backing up, leaving that lane open, and Mimi is killing them with Sticky, back and forth, driving all the way into the end zone for the score.
First down, Ramsey throws and meets open on the sideline. That's going to be dropped. Ramsey then throws Amir in the gap, getting him a first down. Second down, Ramsey throws it to Malik in the end zone. With contact from Mimi, that pass is going to be dropped. After missing a third down, that's going to take us a fourth. Ramsey throws to Welch in the front of the end zone. Welch makes the catch. His feet is in, but the ball does not cross the plane. That's going to be incomplete, taking us into the half. 16-15. Shockers up 1. Tell me about that play.
And this play right here, you see 2 refs line up on each side, so they're getting the angles right for this call. You see Welsh make the catch. He keeps his feet in bounds. That's both established. But as he goes for the catch, the ball is set that it was crossing the plane. It does not cross the plane, and because of that, it's not ruled a touchdown. He doesn't reach in the end zone because the ball was caught outside the plane. Oftentimes, when you reach out for the ball has to be pulled in. By the time he was able to do that, he's already falling out of bounds. So it's ruled that the catch was made, but it did not cross the plane, so there is no touchdown on the play.
Shockers got to look at themselves in the mirror and realize that they're giving this game away. They're only up 1, but they had the ball 4 times and only scored twice. They dropped 4 passes on the 2 times they got stopped. One of them was in the touchdown on the first drive that they got stopped, and one of them was on the touchdown on the last drive they got stopped. This team is making mistakes. That's 4 drops in the game. That is way too many, and they're hurting their own quarterback with these drops. They have to come out the second half and help them, because once you put too much on Ramsey, you feel like you got to do it yourself. That's when the mistakes come.
And this Rockstars team, after that one touchdown that Shaka was able to make, it seems like after that scuffle and everything was going on, they get their engines on. It's like everything turns on for them. This team starts firing at all cylinders. And the key thing about their offense is Mimi is in a rhythm. Mimi is a rhythm quarterback. Once he gets fired up and he gets in a rhythm, he starts driving down the field. He is a dangerous quarterback that can compete with anybody on the field, with any other quarterback on the field, as long as he's in that rhythm. And that's exactly what it looks like here. If they keep on with this rhythm and Mimi is pretty much feeling himself on the field, I think that the Shockers defense is in trouble in the second.
We're going to start in the second half with Rockstars getting the ball. They get the ball at the 45-yard line. Second down, Mimi throws a Pito on the sideline for a nice game, picking up the first down. They catch Damo looking at the quarterback. Great pass by Mimi finding Pito. First down, Mimi throws a Pito in the gap, again getting to the second-yard line. Veli guarding two, and Damo doesn't slide over. Pito is another receiver that we didn't talk about in the beginning of the game, but this guy is capable of making plays. But the key is Mimi knows exactly who to attack and when to attack him. Second and goal, Mimi finds Sticky in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. 21-16, they take the lead. Sticky's third touchdown of the day. This guy doesn't complain. This guy doesn't scream for the ball. He plays his role, and because of that, he lacked a lot of numbers. He went to the All-Star game in the UFL years ago. This guy is still a capable player when given the opportunity. Mimi's giving him opportunity. That's why he got 3 touchdowns.
And he's given the opportunity by the Shockers defense because they keep backing up and giving him the lane, and Mimi is gonna keep finding him. This, like you said, third touchdown of the day, and that's only because Mimi is targeting Sticky. Sticky's finding the gaps, and because these guys are dropping too far back and they're not communicating, Sticky is lining up right where they leave, and they connect them with the score.
After getting the first down, Ramsey throws to Welch in the gap for a decent game. Second down, Ramsey throws to Meese on the sideline. That's going to be dropped. Third down, Ramsey rolls right, throws to Meese in the front of the end zone, almost picked off by Sunray. Fourth down, Ramsey throws to Zori in the end zone, picked off by Chris. Rockstars get the ball back, and they stop the Shockers again.
And I believe that those drop passes are kind of what killed the drive. And after that, Ramsey is forced to make a play happen. And because of that, that leads to interception. They've been dropping the ball all game now. This is something that's very uncharacteristic for the Shockers. And I always say, whenever you see drop passes and kill drives, whatever quarterback is on the field is going to start making mistakes. And now we're starting to see that unfold right here and now.
Second down, Mimi throws to Sunray open on the sideline for a nice game. Third down. At the 49-yard line, Mimi throws a Kai who has a step on Belly on the sideline, caught in the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Welch at safety steps all the way up, leaving no help for Belly, and he gets beat. Chiba gets an extra point, 28-16, Rockstars, and they are going after Belly all game long. They beat him underneath for Sticky. Now they go over the top with Kai, and they score again.
One thing I got to ask, why is Welsh stepping all the way up to guard Ruben in the gap for like a short play? He's not that far downfield. So why is the safety coming all the way up and the cornerback is left by himself to guard Kai, their downfield guy on the sideline? Veli is not a person to guard a receiver downfield. He's not. So they were supposed to switch, and that was supposed to be Welsh's responsibility. But because Welsh is guarding Ruben in the short, Veli's left isolated, and Mimi targets him downfield with a nice pass to Kai, and they're back on the then they score yet again in this game.
On the throw off, Kazi steps out of bounds, and they get the ball at their own 15-yard line. They can't even get the kick to turn right. Ramsey throws to Zori on the sideline. That's going to be dropped. Second down, Ramsey comes back to Zori, cutting in the middle, passes high, dropped by Zori, picked off by Mimi. Ramsey's second interception of the game. And Rockstars get the ball right back.
And now you have pretty much their best offensive player dropping passes. It's Zuri's turn now, it seems like. And this play here, it may have been a high pass, but there's no excuse for Zuri. He's known to catch high passes like this. He unfortunately drops it here, and it falls right into Mimi's hands for interception. They are killing Ramsey out here. So if Ramsey starts making mistakes, you see why it's happening, because these guys are not holding on to the ball, and you're leaving Ramsey with not much options but to force plays happen, force plays downfield as the game moves along.
Mimi's going to throw the Pito in the gap for a decent game. Third down, Mimi throws a Sticky in the gap. Off target, picked off by Ozzy. giving the Shockers another shot with the ball. They're chasing 8. Ozzie with a great pick.
And this was a much-needed defensive play. Now, Mimi, we mentioned before that Mimi is known to make mistakes here and there. This is one of them right here. I think he tried to force a pass to Sticky. It was off target. Ozzie was able to step up and make a big interception, giving their team some light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully, they can capitalize off of this play.
Ramsey throws deep to Kaz, opening the gap. Kaz pulls something on the route. He can't make it to the ball. He would leave the game and not return. Second down, Ramsey throws the keys in the gap, who runs it in for a decent gain. Fourth down at the 45-yard line. Ramsey throws to Zuri in the gap. Zuri not looking to pass. It's picked off by Mimi. Mimi's second interception of the game. Ramsey's third pick. Another stop.
And now it seems like Zuri is not looking to turn around and look for the ball. It seems like he's not in the same in sync with his quarterback, and now this is when things get very bad. This was your opportunity to come back in this game, and you gave it away on one play. And it's not that Zuri wasn't open, because he was. He's just not paying attention. Ramsey throws it anyway, and at least an interception. I don't know what's going on with this team. They're still in the game, but it seems like they're trying to hand away the game now.
Fourth down. They have to stop Rockstars from getting the first so they can get the ball back. Mimi's going to throw the Chiba on the sideline, who picks up the first down. Ending the game, Rockstars move on to the chip, 28-16. And before we give our analysts of the game, we're going to go to an interview with Ty real quick, the coach of the Rockstars, and then we'll be right back.
What's going on? I'm here with Coach Ty of the Rockstars. You beat the Shockers. They're the number 2 seed. I killed y'all in the beginning of the season, talk about how y'all didn't look efficient, y'all didn't look motivated, y'all didn't look focused. What did you do from week 1 to now going to the chip to change up what we saw in week 1?
Well, being out here for years, everybody knows week 1, week 2, it's a crapshoot. You're not going to get a lot of players. What we did was we revamped the roster a little bit. Guys started to come out. We played together. We picked up Mimi, as you told me that a while ago. That's a great pickup for us.
Right.
And he came to play every week. And we got over that hump that I've been trying to get over for the last 4 years. We get to the Final Four and we can't put it together. But our team stayed together and we was able to.
What it means for you to be able to not only eliminate the Shockers at number 2 seed, you play now Blackout, a team that beat you 22-21 in the regular season. What it like to know that in order to win a chip, you have to beat the number 1 seed?
And they say to be the best, you got to beat the best. So they got away with a 1-point win. It's going to be a good game.
Last question. What do your defense got to do against the most? Your defense is not great this season. What do you got to do against the highest scoring offensive team in BQFL this season?
It's come to play. That's it. Physical. You can see we're a very physical team. We got to be physical with them. We can't make mistakes. No blown coverages. Just got to come out here on Sunday and play.
All right, we're going to thank Tuff for being here with us. They're going to the chip versus Blackout. They played 22-21 in the regular season. You got to be out here watch this game. It's going to be crazy. We'll see you on the site.
Great interview by Ty. We appreciate the time. Okay, you can go ahead now. What do you think?
I got to give I got to give Rockstars their props in this game. I kind of picked them to win only because their offense was good enough to compete with this Shockers team. And I was proven right by that. But one thing that I got to give them is they were able to score because Mimi and Sticky and a lot of their guys were able to exploit the defense. That was key to them winning this game. They were able to exploit them in the gaps, and because they tried to step up and they were worried about the passes in the gaps, that's when they were able to go downfield late in the game. So this was a completely good strategy by this team, and they were able to make some good defensive plays here and there. Good job all around by Rockstars. I believe that they were the better team in this game, and that's why they come away with the win. They move on to the championship. Congrats to them.
I think Rockstars were the better team, but I think that's because Shockers helped them be the better team. Is this an upset? No. Because Rockstars are number 3 seed. Shockers are number 2 seed. So that's not an upset. But what's an upset is the way this offense played. Now, I blame the offense. The defense didn't play great, giving up 28 points. But that's because the offense gave Rockstars' offense more opportunities. Why? Well, let's look in the game. First of all, second half, their last 4 possessions with the ball, they got stopped. More importantly, The 2 times they got stopped in the first half, they dropped 2 touchdowns in each drive.
Mm-hmm.
They scored, second drive, they dropped 2 passes, one of them was a touchdown. Then they scored. Then again, they got stopped. 2 drops on that drive, one of them was a touchdown. They go into the halftime, right?
Mm-hmm.
After just being stopped before half. The second half, they get the ball, you have a drop, and now you have an interception. They throw an interception. Next drive, they dropped another 2 passes. One of those drops leads into an interception. And on the last drive, they need a first down. Zuri not looking. Ramsey throws an interception, trying to give him the ball. I put some blame on Ramsey because I always criticize Ramsey about his leading.
Mm-hmm.
Is to be great, you got to find a way to win this game. I don't blame him for the loss, but as a great quarterback, your job is to win games that you shouldn't win. He couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But this offense let him down, and they let him down by dropping 7 passes, and one they didn't even look back for. 7 passes, and 2 of them were touchdowns. One led into an interception. 7 passes will get you beat. 7 passes get you eliminated. They were so busy on worried about not being intimidated that they didn't worry about making plays. Didn't you see they lack of making plays all day? Why? Because I called them a finesse team. Finesse teams win. How? By finesse. They tried to be something that they were not, trying to show toughness, and they end up losing the game on crucial drops. You can't be the number 2 offense in the league if you're dropping passes. Drops cost them this game.
Yeah.
Their quarterback didn't help, but I don't put it all on them. And their defense let them down. But once you're dropping the passes that they dropped, what's going to happen? It spills over to the defense. That's why, no disrespect to Sticky, but Sticky can't beat you for 3 touchdowns in this division. That got to be a career high for him. But it's not only the end zones he beat them on. He beat them all over the field. Veli was a liability. Mimi attacked him all game. We didn't see Damo do nothing but get a late hit.
Mm-hmm.
This team did nothing. This team helped a good team play great, and that's why they lost 28-16.
Listen, I think that this team, it's just disappointing. Even though I did pick Rockstars to win, I thought I was going to see a better game from the Shockers. The fact that they were dropping so many passes.
7!
Yeah.
7!
I would think that there was more drops
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, but there's probably more than that, But when you have Zuri dropping passes, leading to interceptions, when you have guys dropping routine passes in the gaps, and then their defense making mistakes, that's a formula for you going home, and that's exactly what happened. So is this the outcome that could have been predicted, knowing that they played this way? Yes. And that was the outcome. I didn't know it was going to be like this.
Veli couldn't guard a trash can.
But my thing is, I'm not going to only blame Veli.
What? Did you see the game?
Yes, but listen to my point.
Don't worry, you don't got to blame him. I'll put some blame
No,
on
but you're not getting what I'm saying. Overall, the whole defense is supposed to communicate. Because
Absolutely.
Veli does not have eyes at the back of his head.
True.
So he's predicting that there's somebody magically
Ramsey
behind him.
Zori did because he threw a pass with him not looking.
Yeah, so my thing is, these guys got to communicate on. These guys were supposed to communicate on defense.
Yeah, because they're going home now.
Yeah, because they're going home. There's no real change happening for them now. But because they didn't communicate, they isolated each other. And they paid the price.
What happened to their defensive quarterback? Indamo. They need to get their money back on him. Because ever since that guy came off injury, he hasn't looked like the same guy. He hasn't been the same impact player like we thought. And at the end of the day, it's his job to keep the defense in position to make plays. And he didn't. They didn't help. And do me a favor. Shockers, y'all just got shocked. That's what Rockstars is saying. Black Friday is coming up. That's next week.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to Modell's. You could go to Frank's. You go to Dick's. You go to all them stores. And they might have discounts on hands. Now, I don't know if you know how to use them. You did during the season. In this game, you didn't. But maybe they can have some discounted and you can replace yours because you clearly didn't bring them with you to this game, and that's why you're going home. We're going to wrap this game up with Rockstars with the win, 28-16. They're going to the chip. We'll be right back.
You buzzing! It's how we trust! Second place! Let's go, man!